Almost 2 weeks ago, 12 college students, all strangers, left their friends and family to compete in the most mentally and physically challenging game of their lives. They were to befriend these strangers well enough to endure the hardships of a sweltering, unfriendly environment, yet compete as individuals to preserve their stay in the game. Unlike other systems of voting people out of the game, these contestants would nominate 2 of their competitors to be exiled. Those 2 would then compete in a head-to-head competition where the loser would exit the game immediately.
John, it looks like you've been exiled.
While the winner would return to the group who had just nominated them to leave the island.
I know that you all voted John off and me off. Like, I know that for a fact.
Just hush. You really just made me mad.
But before voting began, medical emergencies claimed 2 players by day 3.
I remember it was a smaller spider.
I regret to inform y'all that I'll be leaving the game because of my spider bites.
I want my shower, I want my bed.
You just better be able to do it, because if not, then don't even bother coming on the show.
2 separate factions emerged out of the group, divided by their sleeping arrangements.
Because there were some people on the beach that I didn't like.
It soon became those who slept on the beach versus those in the woods.
When it comes down to it, we all pretend that we really don't like each other, but we do. We love each other.
The only player to reject any official alliance and to choose to play the game individually was Jade.
Well, I didn't commit to anything that you
Oh,
said
I know,
anyway,
I know.
So.
Relying on strategy as their sole means of survival, those in the woods became the majority and systematically eliminated all of the members of the Beach Alliance one by one, by one, by one, until it was just Jade against the majority who called themselves the Fabulous 5.
And we plan on being the last 5 people here.
But the fivesome slowly disintegrated when Kinley broke loose from the alliance she's had since the beginning to side with Jade, who was voted least liked on the island.
She kind of feels embarrassed to be associated with them.
After Jade won a much-needed pardon, Kinley became the next victim of the alliance she turned her back on.
There goes our sister, you know, there she goes. She's not coming home anymore.
The majority of 4 still had their sights set on Jade as the next to go, but when nominated against Meg in Elimination Court, Jade succeeded yet again, sending the Alliance's 2-time sacrifice out of the game for good, but not without some words for the Alliance who exiled her.
It's still kind of like karma because they've still got to fight with Jade, and Jade's a pretty strong player.
Now, Jade returns to the majority of Carol, Graham, and Jeff to become the final 4. Find out who out of these 4 will walk away the winner and take home the check. Get ready for the final episode of Exiled.
That was really tough putting Meg up there last night, especially for the 2nd time.
I felt really bad, and I almost cried, and I didn't want to put that ex behind her back. Sometimes in this game, you got to put your personal feelings aside and do what you said you were going to do.
I won the challenge and got to come back last night.
Who is it?
Good for you, girl.
And although when I came back last night, it wasn't quite the reception that Meg got the night before, I felt pretty good. It didn't really matter last night that things weren't ecstatic, because I knew they weren't going to be. Game-wise, it's been all right. It's been a little shaky every time I've been at Elimination Court, but I've managed to pull through both times. I was voted off, and I managed to win a pardon twice.
Sort of an amazing thing has happened with Jade, she's been very open with us, joked around. If you had asked me at the beginning of the game what my thoughts would be with being with Jade in the Final Four, I probably would have been disgusted, but now that I am here with her in the Final Four, I'm really happy to be here with her.
Jade actually has opened up in the last 2 days and has been nice, and we've gotten along, so that's different.
So now it's just 3 of my alliance with Jade, and nothing personally, but we really want to win this because we've tried really hard from the beginning, and we've said from the beginning that we were going to do this together. We're not going to be divided.
Waking up today was strange. We slept a lot later than I thought they'd let us sleep. You know, I got a great night's sleep last night. I woke up and right away I was nervous.
Okay, it says, congratulations, you made it to the coveted Final Four. Beating out 8 other competitors, you've now ensured yourself of a 1 in 4 chance of winning this game, $2,500. But the game's not over yet. Use today to reflect on your days here on the island, rest, take it easy, and enjoy. Tomorrow is the final day, where 4 will be quickly whittled down to only 1 winner. Ooh. How bad do you want it? What have been your ups and downs throughout the game? What will you never forget about this journey? Write your reflections down on your scroll. We will collect them later. Good luck and prepare for the final day.
Hey, we all made it to the final day.
Yay!
Ow. Can you feel the love? I can feel the love.
Weird. So tomorrow is the big day. There's the 4 of us. We were really surprised this morning when we went to get the mail and we found out that there weren't going to be any challenges today. That today was just kind of a day to reflect and relax, and that we would all 4 be competing against each other tomorrow.
Is it okay if I go off for a little while? Wow, I can't believe I made the Final Four, and I can't begin to explain all the thoughts that are running through my mind. Physically, I've taken a beating here on the island. Mentally, I am beyond exhausted. One amazing thing that being here on the island for 11 plus days has done for me is gotten me back in touch with my spiritual side. Whenever I felt confused, worried, or sick, I looked to God for help. I believe that He has been looking out for me and helping me this entire time, and I know that I couldn't have gotten this far without Him. In retrospect, I probably should have tried to join up with remaining players to split up Carol and Graham for my own best interest. But I did give the 2 of them my word that I would stick with them, and I am proud that I have, even if it costs me later on. But for the rest of my life, I will continue to draw strength from the experience I have had here on this island. The friendships that I have made with the 11 other contestants really will last a lifetime.
A lot of my friends ask me, why would I come here? Why would I starve and torment myself purposefully? My answers are different now, somewhat. At first I came because I needed the money. I would love a semester at college, something that's nowhere near attainable for me right now. Also, I wanted to prove I could do it, that I've got the strength, the smarts, and the skills necessary to live off the land. My original reasons for being here have not changed, but now that I've almost finished the game, I've encountered more reasons than I can count to feel blessed by having this experience. It hasn't all been easy though, but nothing worth having ever is. This experience has changed me forever in a way that can only be seen as positive. I'm proud to say my entire alliance feels closer to God here, and we all feel like His will's being done, and we all have faith that the right things are going to happen.
My time on this island has been amazing. I have learned so much about myself and others. I've also made some great friends. Carol, Jeff, and Meg will be in my heart and memories forever. Carol is the female version of me. She could survive anywhere. Her values and morals are so much like mine, it's insane. Of all the people, I will miss her the most. She's been my best friend on the island. Not all times on the island were fun, though. There were times when we were cold, wet, hungry, and could do nothing about it. Some of the other contestants weren't the nicest either. I did not like all the scheming and backstabbing that occurred in the name of the game, but that's just how it has to be played. Overall, I must say that I will miss this place. I had an amazing time on this island, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Day 11, the final 4. Did I really think I'd make it this far? Of course, I'd hoped to, but when the game really got into high gear, the odds seemed stacked against me. I'm glad I'm here, though. This has certainly been an experience worth writing home about. I had some extremely high days and days when I felt completely alone. Fighting with Manesh, being voted least liked on the island, walking back alone from elimination court time and time again. Fortunately, I think the good times really outnumbered the bad. Running, screaming up the beach after convincing ourselves that an escaped convict was on the loose. Singing show tunes with Amanda and Manesh, kneeboarding and pizza, the booty dance contest, and John's endless pizza fantasies. I played the game the way I wanted to play it, without an alliance and just trying to get along with everyone. So it's been an amazing 11 days, and I'll miss the dolphins, but not the rain. Thanks for letting me test myself and get a great tan at the same time. Tomorrow is another day.
Still a whisper on my lips, a feeling in my fingertips, it's pulling at my skin. And you leave me when I'm at my worst, feeling as if I've been whisper on my lips, feeling at my fingertips, pulling at my skin. And days go by and still I think of you. Days when I couldn't live my life without you. Days go by and still I think of you. Yeah, days when I couldn't live my life without you.
Today's the last day of the game. This is more real and more basic, and there's less life distractions that are going to pass away with time, you know, like TV. That doesn't matter. Out here, it's just food, sleep, nature, good conversation, friends, and community. And it's the basics, and the basics help you look at what's real a lot closer and a lot longer than the distractions of the world do.
I'm still out to get first. That's all that matters right now. I want to win this whole thing. I'm still going to go for the gold. I'm still going to try my hardest to win, because you know, that's what I'm here to do. So what I was here to do originally was to win the whole thing, and that's what I'm still here to do, is to win the whole thing. As long as Jade doesn't win.
I'd really like to win this now that I'm here at this point. I've been knocked down so many times that to be here is pretty exciting, and I don't see why I shouldn't win now, you know. Just think of what an upset that would be. I'm just not gonna give up. I can't let myself get tired, or if I do, I'm just gonna have to push through it.
I'm all by myself right now, and Carol and Graham, of course, have each other and are going to do everything in their power to go to the end together. We'll just see where it goes from here, but you know, I definitely am going to approach Jade with the idea. I did approach Jade with the idea of an alliance on the very first or second day being here on the island, and she turned down my offer. So that does make me a little reluctant to approach her again, but for my best interest, I think I definitely will, and we'll see where that takes me, and we'll see if that helps me out in the final day of this contest.
Well, we got up, we made a fire, we were about to make some rice, and they said, come on guys, you're going to elimination court. I went, oh God.
Congratulations, Jeff, Jade, Carol, Graham. You guys have made it to the Final Four. You've gone through a lot. Now, I'm going to present you the Breakfast of Champions.
And he said, you guys ready for the Breakfast of Champions? And we all look at each other and we look like we're going to throw up because we're thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to eat dog food.
You guys sit down in any seat you'd like to. Take a seat anywhere you'd like on the table.
Holy crap.
Just tell me what you guys would like to drink. Milk, orange juice, and I'll be serving that to you.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. Orange juice, all right, let's get that.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Fresh, cold orange juice.
What's this plastic thing?
I know, I'm gonna eat it.
I know.
This is amazing.
I know, it is amazing. I was like, oh God, they're gonna make us eat rotten tomatoes.
Thanksgiving meal.
Without the tryptophan from the turkey.
More orange juice and there's milk from it.
I didn't get you. Thank you, everybody.
How does it feel to be sitting in the place where your fellow contestants have been
I
exiled?
know, look what we're eating on, y'all.
And you're eating on the table.
my God.
Oh my God.
And it was really funny, like, we're sitting there in the place where everybody got exiled. Our table was the big sign with the handprints on it that people had to put when they got exiled. And we're sitting there eating an amazing breakfast off of it.
It was really funny because Jade's the only one who didn't stuff her face because she said, you know, we know we're going to be running after this.
I didn't eat very much because I didn't want to get sick if we were running around doing stuff today, but I didn't want to pretend that we were all going to be one big happy family today because I knew we weren't.
Everybody enjoy their Breakfast of Champions? Now it's time for the Challenge of Champions. This challenge is going to determine who the final two are, because the two losers of this challenge will be exiled immediately. Now, when you guys came in here this morning for breakfast and sat down, you were told to sit at any seat you'd like to. So you have predetermined who your teams are going to be. Look underneath your plate. The two red dots are together, the two black dots are together. This challenge is going to involve two teams, Carol and Graham, and Jeff and Jade. The two that lose this game will be exiled immediately. Here's how the challenge works. There's 5 signs throughout the island: friendship, island life, conflict, inner strength, and victory. Each team will be given a map. And it says on your map which sign is first, which sign is second, and third, and so on. These signs are symbolic of what you guys have been through while you've been on the island. At each station, there's gonna be war paint in a little cup. You're gonna dip your finger in that, put the war paint, a line of war paint, on your partner's face. Each partner will do that to each other. After you've gone to each station, which there's 5 of them, you'll find a suitcase. In that suitcase, there's going to be lighters. You get that lighter, and then look for the Roman candles. Each team will be given 1 Roman candle. It's just a matter of getting there and getting to the finish line. The finish line, there's 2 bonfires. The first team to get their fire lit will win. Carol and Graham, you two will be tied up with your wrist. Jade and Jeff, you two will be tied up with your wrist. The two that lose this game will be exiled immediately.
Mark, get set. Remember, this is not a time defense.
You're on a mission. You're better off running on your own. You take down, don't ever second guess it. You'll be a star. Well, hold on, pull it all together. If walls could talk, you know we'd all be scarred. Hold on, don't ever second guess it. You'll be a star. You know it's ordinary. Can't you see? So very ordinary life. But you is a star. You know it's ordinary. Okay, you can't you see? So very ordinary. You're strung out. You know the feeling. You're better off running on your own. Straight out. Don't ever second guess it. You'll be a star. You play it cool. You know you're out. Time's moving fast. You're moving way too slow. Quitting in here, trying to hold on. You'll be a star. You know it's ordinary.
There's something right there.
So very ordinary life. But you is a star. You know it's ordinary. Okay, you can't you see? So very ordinary. No pressure. No pressure. You take what you can get. No pressure. No pressure. The world's revolving around you. And every little thing you do. No pressure. No pressure. Yeah. You know it's ordinary. No. You know it's ordinary life. But you is a star. You know it's ordinary. You know it's ordinary life. But you is a star. And life with you is all. You'll be a star. Falling faster into your arms. Impossible to resist. We belong. We belong. We belong. So hold on. I can't see.
Graham and Carol, you two have won.
Oh my God. Thank you, God.
To a picture perfect view of you.
Except for my parents.
When it started out, Jade and I really didn't hit it off, and you know, like in the last couple of days, I really got to know her a lot better as a person. She really opened up to me, and I think we left the game as really good friends.
I don't really know who I want to win. I have to choose between Graham or Carol, and I'm not really sure who's more deserving. I feel really disappointed right now. I don't want to cry. I worked really hard, I think, and for it to just be over. I should be proud of where I got, but I would have really liked to finish and win the game. But there can only be one person I understand. Bye, I had a really good time, and I don't want to cry on camera. And thanks for letting me do this.
Hey, I'm gonna sign up for Exiled 3 if they can take me, so there's ever any kind of all-star Exiled edition, then you know, bring me back, because I'll have my suitcases ready to go. And it's sad that it's coming to an end, but at the same time, I'm happy that it's all over.
Camp's pretty empty. Camp's really, really empty. I mean, 12 days ago there were 12 people here. Now there's 2.
I think it's really funny. Like, Carol and I were the first ones to set off, and now we're the last ones to leave.
I did it. I knew I could. Not a lot of people had faith in me because they think I'm a skinny, prissy girl, but I showed you.
I've made it. This is as far as I can go without winning. And I'm really happy about it.
Carol and Graham, you take a seat right here. Get nice and comfortable. You've made it far. You've gone through a lot these past 2 weeks. But now, only one of you will be the champion. Only one winner of the $2,500 that you came here to get. The other person will be exiled. Carol, is it going to be you? Graham, is it going to be you? Who's going to be the winner? We're going to have 4 challenges today that are going to determine this. Each challenge will win a certain amount of shells. The person with the most safety shells at the end of the 4 challenges will be the winner of Exiled. And we'll be getting the $2,500 check from BradenScratch.com. Now let's get on with the challenges. After these 4 challenges, we'll have a winner of Exiled. Good luck. All right, Graham and Carol, the first challenge of the 4 mini challenges you'll be doing is a challenge of fate. Under these shells, there's 3 exits. You have 5 shells. Only 3 of them have X's underneath them. The person to get 2 X's first will lose. Therefore, the other person will be winning a shell for this challenge. The winner of this challenge will be getting 1 shell. The person with the most shells at the end of the 4 challenges will be the winner of Exiled.
So, chance.
Who would like to go first? Carol? Carol, you have 1 X. Graham, your turn. Graham, you have an X. Now, Carol, out of these 3 shells, 1 of them has an X. If you pick up that X, you will lose the chance to gain the 1 shell for this challenge. The safety shell. Graham, you have won this challenge. You have received 1 safety shell. We're going to move on to the next challenge. Trivia challenge. So far, Graham, you have 1 shell. Carol, you don't have any shells at all. The first person to get 4 of these questions correct will win the shell, the safety shell. You guys ready?
Yep.
The first question. The best location to set an animal trap is A, along a game trail, B, near a water hole, or C, in front of its lair. Carol, your answer?
Game trail.
Game trail?
It's den.
In front of its lair?
Yeah.
Okay. The correct answer was A, along a game trail. Carol, you have 1 answer correct. Graham, you have 0 correct. Moving on to the next question. A heavy morning dew usually indicates A, rain is approaching, B, nothing out of the ordinary, or C, clear, dry weather. Your answer?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary? Graham?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
The correct answer is A, rain is approaching. Neither of you guys got that correct. Number 3, vinegar is the initial first aid treatment for A, jellyfish stings, B, spider bites, or C, snake bites. Graham?
A.
A, jellyfish stings?
I agree.
And you agree. The correct answer is A, jellyfish stings. You both got that correct. Carol, you have 2 correct. Graham,
1.
you have 1. Number 4, when the smoke of your campfire hugs the ground, you should prepare for A, high winds, B, rain, or C, dew. Graham?
A.
A, high winds. Carol?
Rain.
Rain? The correct answer is B, rain. Carol, you have 3 answers correct. Graham, you have 1 correct. Number 5, only the female of my species causes harm. What am I?
Mosquito.
Yes, Graham?
Tarantula.
Correct answer is mosquito. Carol, you got 4 questions correct first. Therefore, you will be getting the safety shell.
Good job.
You 2 are tied. You each have 1 safety shell, and we're going to move on to the 3rd challenge. Come on over this way, and I'll explain it. Carol, Graham, this is the 3rd mini challenge of the 4 mini challenges. So far, Graham, you have 1 shell. Carol, you have 1 safety shell. You guys are tied. The person with the most safety shells at the end of the 4 challenges will be winning Exiled and taking home that $2,500 check. This challenge is called Fire Starter. The object is to start a fire underneath this twine and to make that twine break. First person to make that twine break will win the safety shell. The place you get fire from is in there, but you can't pull any sticks out of that fire. You can place sticks in it to get it lit, and then bring it over to your fire. You could use any sticks around here, except things that are, set for the crew, set things. What you have to do is build a normal fire underneath there, make the flames come up to burn this twine. You guys ready? Yep. All right, let's go. Graham, you won. Your twine broke first. Here you go. Here's your safety shell you just won.
Thank you.
You guys have made it through the first 3 challenges. Now we're going on to the 4th one. So far, Graham has the most shells. He has 2. Carol, you have 1 safety shell. This next one will determine who has the most safety shells and to go on to win the $2,500 check. The other person will be exiled. Alright, let's begin challenge number 4.
Guess who's back? Back to again.
Alright, everybody take a seat. Here's how challenge number 4 works. Each one of you, your fellow exilers, are going to be voting on who they want to win. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to prove to them why you should be the one to win that check. If they want your vote, they're going to be placing the shell in your basket. The person with the most shells at the end of this will be winning Exiled. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to each explain to them why should they vote for you. Why should they place their shell in your basket? Why should they make your name be on that $2,500 check? The check that all of them wanted. Alright, Graham, you go.
Well, guys, good to see everybody again, including you, Manesh, even though we had some rough times. I guess that most of you probably already cast your vote in your heads before you got here, or when they told you. So what I'd like to say is that I had a fun time with everybody, and that whatever happens, happens. So if you guys vote for me, that'd be great. I would really enjoy that. If you vote for Carol, it's your decision, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
Carol, your turn.
I'm going to do this a little bit differently.
All right.
I'm not really going to plead you guys. I'm just going to talk to you all, like, on a one-on-one basis. Jade, I've gotten along really well with you in the past couple days. I don't know whether it's because the numbers got decreased or what, but I've had a great time hanging out with you. And Meg, we missed you. We missed you bad. We were talking about how bad we missed you today. We were like, where's Meg? We kept expecting you to, like, walk up. Kenley, you look lovely. And we got along really great. I'm hoping after all this is over, I can still come to your house for my fun. And I never really got to know you, Amanda. But according to everybody else, they've had nothing but good things to say about you. You know, you're sweet, and no matter what anybody says to you, you laugh, and like you're always laughing. You've always got a grin on your face, and I think that's so awesome, because that's kind of how I wanted to be in this game. You know, no meanness, no shadiness or spitefulness. I didn't want to do that. I haven't done that. I'm proud of that. You know, Manesh, I've been nothing but straight up with you, and I'm glad that you didn't back down. I'm glad, you know, when we talked, you know? We didn't, like, bullshit and say, you know, oh, it's great, you know, and then go back behind each other's backs. We actually, you know, said how we felt, and we talked about it, and we resolved issues. And John, I can barely see you back there, dude. I don't know why you dumped all that stuff on me so mean. But everybody said that it was just because, you know, you were out of the game, and that was your way to, like, get revenge, which was the name of the game, so it's all good. Ryan, I didn't really get to talk to you, but you made me laugh a lot when we were laying on the hammock and when we played Mafia. You were one of the best players in Mafia, so I don't know. I don't really know what else to say other than thanks all so much for sharing a part of yourselves with me. You know, your vote's your vote. I leave it up to you. I'm not going to beg you for your vote, but I think you all know I tried to play this as honestly as possible. I never lied to anybody. I never backstabbed anybody. I let everybody know exactly what I knew if they asked me. And that's all I have to say.
All right, Carol and Graham, now that you've had your chances to speak, now let's let the fellow Exilers to each have their chance to speak. Jade, do you have anything you'd like to say to Carol or Graham? Any questions? Or Jeff?
First of all, I just want to say that you guys should be very proud to be in the final two. I think that you guys are the two most deserving, and because you're both such good friends, it's going to be very tough for me to make up my mind on who to vote for. So the question that I'd like to ask both of you is how the money that you would win would make an impact on your life, and I'd like to start with Graham.
Well, the money, if I win, most of it is going to school, so that I can make sure that my dad doesn't have to pay for school this semester, because stock market's down real bad. Nobody's investing, and you know, he's a broker manager, and if people invest, then money comes in. But if nobody's investing, no money comes in. So if I win, then I'm using it for school so that he doesn't have to pay for it.
We've talked about this, and nobody helps me with my school. I've kind of tried to put myself through school, and I'm just really excited because if I win, then I actually do get to go to a semester of college. You know, that's so amazing for me. I just want to get another semester of school done because I'm about to be 24 and I'm way behind all you guys, and some of you are way younger than me, and I'm like sitting back going, God, am I going to graduate by the time I'm 30? You know, because I just got to do it by myself, and this would help me a lot.
Here's a question, okay. What was the hardest decision for you guys to make while on this island for the last 2 weeks? And I guess I'll start with Carol since Graham got to start last time.
I think you know that answer, Meg.
I think ours is going to be the same answer.
I think you know that, Meg. Being in an alliance had some really great ups because there was a lot of emotional support and you were able to rely on people. But the other thing was it also had to get narrowed down. and it's hard to watch some of your friends walk away and then turn back around when you got to camp and they're not behind you.
Hardest thing was making a bond with people and then having to put them on the block. And it was not an easy decision. And, you know, for my friends that I put on the block, I apologize.
Finley? Would you like to say or ask anything?
I really don't have
Carolina?
anything to say. I just wish I was in one of your seats. That's all.
Amanda?
I don't know, I can't really. Well, I guess I'd just like to know from the two of you, what has been like the single greatest moment that you've had since you got here?
When I didn't fall down and pass out today after this challenge that they made me do. Like, everybody's always told me, you're a skinny, weak little girl, you know? I guess I kind of grew to believe it, and I'm proud that I finished the race and didn't fall down and go boom, you know?
Had to have been when I saw that fire light today.
Manesh, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I have something to say, and I have a question to ask. I know it's funny because I've been speaking my mind a lot on this island, but I think that's been one of the good parts about it because I am open and I am honest and I am straightforward. So let me tell you how I felt when I initially found out you two were last in the seat. I was disappointed because out of everyone sitting here, you were the last two people I wanted to be sitting in those chairs today. And the reason being is because no matter how highly you speak about yourself, I felt that over the last 2 weeks, you both have disappointed me most in character than anybody else. You might feel that about me because I did speak my mind, but you both just didn't say it openly, but did things behind your back, which really disappointed me after this game. So when thinking about it, I initially wanted to throw my shell in the fire and not give it to either one of you because I was very upset that you two were going to be walking with, one of you two were going to be walking with that check. Knowing I couldn't do that, I said, what would make me pick either one of them? And only thing I could base that on mostly was friendship. Maybe I've spoken a little bit more to Carol than Graham. But how is that fair and who should walk away with money? Okay? Both of you seem to be in the same financial situation, so I couldn't do it on that. So I wanted it to come down to who was the better person. I started this game hoping I could play it as being a good person, and I failed myself, and I'm sad about that. But if you guys can walk away being a good person, then you guys deserve the check. So my question or my comment to you is, I want to know what you think inside of you is good. And I know that's so broad and such a hard question to ask, but I just want to know what inside drives you to be that good person that you both say that you are. And if you guys can answer that broad of a question and make me feel something inside, my shell, I promise, is yours.
I think I've pretty much tried to show everybody that I'm a good person. I'm sorry if I disappointed you personally. I tried to kind of be a morale booster, you know, and just help everybody in any way I could. I went to everybody. I tried to be people's friends, and I talked to people and just tried to make sure they were as happy as possible to see if I could do anything for them. And I'm sorry I disappointed you, but I don't see that I disappointed myself in this game because I tried to be a good person and I wouldn't backstab anybody. I let everybody know exactly what was going on. That's how I think I was a good person.
I think that I was a good person in this game. I know that I disappointed you because I didn't say things straight up to your face, but I also didn't want to argue with you because I've seen the arguments that you have with people and they just go on forever. The way that I think I'm a good person is that anyone who needed a motivational boost in a challenge, anyone who needed a motivational boost when they were down in the dumps before a court, or whenever they were just homesick or lonely, they could turn to me at any time and they could get that boost that they needed.
I don't really have anything to add. Just, do you guys have any last words? My shell?
I just wanted to know on a personal level if you were mad at me.
I'm not mad at anyone.
I'd like to believe what both of y'all are saying. What you're saying sounds really good, and I really like to believe it, but as I learned very early in this game, you can't really believe anybody. So I want to see, you know, what kind of people as far as sincerity-wise. You know, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here, and they're basic questions, they're simple questions, but they're really going to show me something about how sincere people you are. Carol, what's my first name?
Ryan. That's all I was introduced to you as, so it's probably something like Thaddeus, you know, or something like Regal like that, but you probably go by Ryan.
Okay, we talked about, we were going around talking about like people's names and stuff like that, and I was just questions. Graham, what's my brother's name?
Kyle. I'm gonna ask Carol and Graham to step out as the fellow Exilers place their shells in your baskets. The person with the most shells and the ones from the previous challenges and this challenge will win the $2,500 check and will be the winner. Carol and Graham, come this way. All right, Jade, you're gonna be going first. Place your shell in the basket if you'd want to win.
I felt that this person had more of an advantage in my brain, more points. So that's why I voted for this person.
I just hope that the person that I voted for sincerely can use the money, because that's the only thing that I'm really basing my vote on, because I didn't want to really vote for either of them. I was hoping that I would have a chance to vote for someone I don't know, maybe thought a little more highly of or thought deserved it more. So I just hope that they can use it.
I would be silly not to vote for this person because of the bond that we have together in that aspect. So that's why I'm giving my shell to a person.
I give it all for Carol because I think she played this with a kind heart, being sincere, and truly cared about the people on the island while selfishly winning for herself. But I mean, that's the game, and she wanted being a good person. So if she wins this, I wouldn't be happier.
Of the two up here, we bonded the most. I do believe that they were the most sincere of the two, and I have more respect for this person than the other.
I'm not really a big fan of either one of them. I'm impressed that Graham can answer the question I asked him. That shows a lot about him. But I just feel like, you know, whatever happens, he'll be all right.
All right. Did you take a seat? After 4 challenges that you guys have gone through tonight, the person with the most safety shells will win. One basket had 3 shells. The other basket had 8 shells. The winner of Exiled 2 and the $2,500 check from BrainScratch.com is Carol.
People, is that allowed now?
Congratulations. You deserve it.
Oh, I can't help it.
Good job.
Well, hey, this is my final confession. Made it 12 days. I'm very proud of myself. And in the end, it came down to Carol and I. And it came down to the votes of our peers. And you know what? Best person won. And when it all comes down to the end of it, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change one thing that I did. I may have aggravated some of our other people, but that's the way it was, and that's the way it was meant to be. And the best person won, and I'm really proud of her for that. So Carol, you rock, and hope you do great things with your college education.
I won, and it's so unbelievable. I didn't expect to win when I came here. What I did expect was to get everything out of this experience that I could and to do it clean and pure and no backstabbing. It was so intense, and I'm never going to feel like that again. I'm going to have a million different rushes in my lifetime, and this is going to be one of the most memorable. And I'm never going to forget the experiences I found here on Exiled Island, ever.
It was so nice to scare the living shit out of them.
This is pig brains, guys. Pig brains. I never ate them in my life. Never ate them in my life, but it's a good Southern delicacy.
You're watching Exiled.